Ladies and gentlemen, in the world of trading, believe it or not, you are an individual. Some people might try to classify you, or you might try to classify yourself as a particular style of trader. That's really, really convenient. The convenience is we can bunch you up together, tell you what you do, and then give you the product that we decided should cater to you best. When in actuality, we are responsible for destroying over 98% of your accounts. On maybe not legally responsible, but we're certainly morally responsible. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. You might not want to hear it, and that's okay. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. We're going to go through overcoming adversity in trading. We're going to talk about what you need to do. I am Mark Melnick. This is the Newsbeat Show. Please keep in mind if you enjoy this video, next week you could sign up right now, t3live.com/house. You could sign up for a free week with T3's #1 trading room in terms of size, retention, and hot ladies. But we're going to go ahead and start off today. And, certain things in trading have helped me overcome things. I could look at any particular trade at any time and literally say, well, why was somebody not able to capture it? I mean, what are we really bringing to the table here? Why, when you call out a certain trade, that some people will crush it and others won't? So, talking about people today, somebody made $50,000 in the room. I made tens and tens of thousands. Other people make money. There's so much money to be made, yet there's still people who struggle who aren't there. Why aren't you there yet? Is it your tools? Is it your strategies? Is it your software? Is it where you live? Maybe you're a Canadian. They hate traders in Canada. Did you know that? Maybe you have to do something that tries to overcome that hatred. Whatever it is, things that we bring you so early, like what if right over here in GME, what if right over here in GME, you knew that I had conviction to buy this stock? Now, this is a 1 minute chart in GME. In this 4 minute span, the stock went from $140 to $152. We were also very early on NVIDIA today. We were very early on NVIDIA today. And if you watch this stock, it basically rose from $571 to make all-time highs. I mean, NVIDIA just shot up through the ceiling today. In all fairness, it hit 614. It didn't make all-time highs. It hit $614.10 instead of 614.90. Yet some traders lose money on this, and a lot make. So I'm trying to figure out what is it that'll make some traders have some of their best days this year on a weird, awkward Monday, and what makes other people struggle. So I had to take a very deep look at myself. I had to look at myself, sort of what I'm actually doing, and try to record it because it's different than what I used to do. You see, when I first started T3 was on a place called William Street before they moved to the big their State Street office, the beautiful State Street office. They had an office on William Street. And I remember there were certain differences between where I am now today as opposed to where I was on William Street. So I'm going to give you some rules. I'm going to give you some rules of trading life. So first off, smile every single time. I know it sounds stupid. You lose money, smile even if you're not happy. You make money, smile even if you are happy. Always smile. It always works out in the end. Not only that, always be kind to others around you. You actually have the power to make people feel good. Now, you might be listening to this and you might be thinking to yourself, what does this have to do with trading? And my answer is effing everything. So listen carefully. You could have hundreds of strategies shared with you. You can have all these things that are supposed to uh, help you follow and make money, but if you're not following these other things, they'll fall upon deaf ears because 98% of traders fail, and there's every guru who swears by what they do and swears that they're the best and swears that what they're going to do to help you, yet none of them have the ability to help any significant percentage of the people around them. 98%, over 98% of you blow out your accounts, over 98% of you leave trading services at the end of the year because you never feel like you had hope in the first place. So write down these rules. Number one, smile. It's always going to work out in the end if you smile. Two, be kind. You have the power to make people feel really good around you. This one, if you're watching, you're probably already there, is just don't give up. Believe me, I know if it doesn't work the next time, find another way. We are constantly finding new strategies that work in the current environment. Take advantage of them. Somebody made 50,000, somebody makes 30,000, somebody makes 20,000. Don't compare where you are as a trader to somebody else. That is one of the most horrible things in the book right now because what happens is you have these gurus who like to flash you this very high number P&L, and then what it does is it literally tries to compare where you are on your journey as a trader to that person. If you're sitting there with your head in the stars and your head in the clouds, you'll never be able to take the proper first steps that are right in front of you to grow as a trader. Don't compare yourself. Everyone is on a different journey than everyone else. Not only that, avoid negativity, avoid toxicity, avoid negative thoughts. Now, this is an interesting one. How do you avoid negative thoughts? This time when I was in T3, 14 years ago on William Street, 14 years ago in a couple months, 14 years ago and 2 months ago, I was on William Street at T3 and I always had negative thoughts. I was with a person in which I would eventually divorce and not be with anymore. And, I would just be sitting there trading, and I shit you not, this was what was going through my head. And I'm sitting there, I'm trading, and you know what I'm like? You know, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't believe that effing female dog word, did that to me the other day. What an effing this. She should go have a romantic relationship with herself. And I would have all these negative, toxic, vulgar thoughts. Like, there's a difference between cursing in a nice way, and there's a difference between cursing negatively. If and I'm like, that's how we effing do it, that's a positive thing. If I'm thinking, F that person, F that, that's a negative thing. Avoid negative thought situations and people. One of the best things that I do is you want to know people who are not your friends. 99% of the people who are your friends on Facebook. Literally, if you're reading a post of somebody that annoys you, be it maybe they're too political, maybe they just smell bad, maybe, I'll tell you there's this I won't even use her name. I'm involved in some trading card game communities on Facebook. I use it, to look up the card games I like. You guys know I've done a couple videos on card games I like. And there's this girl who literally, she's like, the only thing she does is like, besides for like rarely posting like her situation in the card gaming world, 99% of what she posts is just something dealing with sex and promiscuity. Like I'll tell you, even her posts, like she had a post that said, we're not F buddies, we're cum padres, like compadres, like ha 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 ha. I saw that, I was like lol, but then I realized the only thing this girl was like walking smut, like that's all it was. And you know what, some people it doesn't bother, and I respect that. Some people watch the show Friends, and they could logically, you could look at David Schwimmer, which is like the human version of a male boob, and he could just walk around, and you can have a group of guys and girls, and they're just taking turns banging each other, and maybe you think like that's how life works, and maybe you're cool with that. Me, I look at that and it doesn't bother me, but I'm like, it's just so unrealistic. Like, I can't even get behind that. Like, I don't like the show Friends. My wife She loves it. She looks at it much differently. Some of the humor is funny. Fine. I've watched too many Friends episodes. I don't like it. That's negativity for me. What's negativity for you? You got to figure it out. You've got to figure it out. Get rid of it. Sometimes family members who keep pissing you off that you don't need to be close with, they live far away. You don't really talk to them much, and they always bother you when they do. They cause negative feelings in your head. Block them. Block them. Either make it right immediately or block them. Don't let anything around you cause toxicity. I know it's hard because you're in a relationship, and when you have money problems in a relationship, if you are in that scenario, it makes life really really difficult. I get it. Trust me, I was there. I understand what you're going through, but you have to avoid negative thought situations and people as much as possible. So what I did to get rid of the negative thoughts, it's a secret I use. When I first joined T3, I was having a negative thought about 3 times a minute, once every 20 seconds. And I literally sat there. I literally sat there. I literally took my phone and I literally put +1 on the calculator and I would just hit the equal sign every time. So it would just add 1 every time I hit the equal button on my calculator. And I was like, holy shit. I have so many negative thoughts. How do I get rid of them? And one of the ways I got rid of them is every time I had a negative thought, I said, stop, delete. Literally, like I was a computer. Like, stop, delete, stop, delete, stop, delete. And it was annoying as shit to do it. But I kept doing it. I'm like, oh, negative thought, stop, delete. All right, move on. I should have that negative thought again. Stop, delete, and I move on. And you know what happened? After a while, I was having 2 negative thoughts a minute, and then 1 negative thought a minute, and then 1 negative thought every 5 minutes. And then I did it for another week, and I had 1 negative thought every 15 minutes. And then it starts really to ramp up real quickly from there. And then I had 1 negative thoughts every 30 minutes, every hour, every day. And then once it got to less than 1 negative thought a day, I pretty much, it wasn't a problem anymore. I almost never was walking around with negative thoughts in my head. The next thing is make peace with your past as a trader. Make peace with your past as a trader. Focus on being in the present and creating this better future. You're doing all these things that are not working. Change something. People don't like change. You know how many times I'm like, look how easy this software makes it for you to trade. Look how easy this strategy makes it for you to trade. And they'll insist on doing the same shit they're doing before. Me? I don't give an F. Do whatever you want all day if it's working for you. But if it's not, be open minded to change. One of the hardest things that people do is when they spend a lot of money on these educational products, they have a very hard time letting it go because it's almost like they're admitting defeat for the product they paid for. You know how many times people come to me like, Mark, I just do your stupid 2 minute strategy, or I do this Mark 1 strategy. I just do the dumb strategies that you showed us, and I don't do anything else. And I spent, $50,000, $100,000, $20,000, $5,000 on education. It hasn't done anything for me. I learned more watching your 30-minute video than I have ever on any of these other courses. Just be open minded. Focus on being in the present and creating a better future for yourself. The next thing is take care of your body and mind. Don't just take care of your body. Some of these people who work out, they're poisoning their mind. Some people who are focusing on serenity in their mind, they're poisoning their bodies. One struggles to survive without the other. The body and mind must be in a form of harmony. Now, granted, everyone can do a better job at that. I can do a better job at that. I try to at least eat healthy. I try to keep my mind clear. I could probably do a better job with my body. I could probably exercise a little more often. I know nobody is perfect, but you need to make the conscious effort to push forward towards that. Because once you do all these things together, once you do these small positive changes, things will change in your life forever. One small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. That is why I tell you in the morning to make your bed. This one dude, very wealthy guy, I mean, when I say very wealthy, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. So I'm like, who does your bed in the morning? He's like, my house. He has a live-in housekeepers. It's like, my housekeeper. I'm like, I want you to do your bed every day. He's like, why? He's like, but I'll just have the housekeeper do it. My bed will be made. I'm like, no, you have to do your bed every day. And he's like, why? And I said, look at it like this. Every day, traders wake up. They're so anxious in the morning. They don't know where their first trade is going to be. They're going to be real nervous. They need that feeling of accomplishment for getting up the next day, getting ready for work. As soon as you make your bed, you got that accomplishment. You want to know why World of Warcraft is so addicting to gamers? Because they have quests for you to do. And every time you do those quests, they go dun, 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 dun. And it's like a feeling when you complete these quests. What's actually happening in your brain is you're actually releasing this feel good serotonin throughout your body. The same effect will happen as if you do your bed in the morning. Do you make your bed in the morning, make it neat? That is one of the most important things for your trading. And guess what? If you're not willing to learn, nobody is going to help you. If you are determined to learn, nobody is going to stop you. Success is not final and failure is not fatal. We got to keep working and we have to have the bravery to push forward. It's that courage that continues to really count in your life. It's that courage that helps us push forward. You have to make your life sort of like a masterpiece. Imagine that you have no limitations on what you could be, have, or do. Whatever happened in the past, that might have been what you needed to fall on your ass that many times to realize that you have to push forward. You can't stop when you feel you're done. You have to keep pushing. This is one of the greatest jobs in the world. This is one of the greatest. This is a dream job. You could, you know, you don't have to work for anyone. It's like you're working for yourself. You work for a cause, not for applause. Live life uh, to it to express yourself in what you're doing, not to impress others. So many people they try. They have these wives. They're like, Mark, look, I'm making really good money. I make it till around 10:15 a.m. in the morning. I only work 45 minutes. I'm done. My wife is right there. My son is right there. My husband's right there. My friends, they're looking around me and they think I'm a lazy piece of shit because I work 45 minutes and then I sit on the couch and I watch Netflix and I'm like, "No, you are living life to express what you need to do as a trader. Live your life to express, not to impress somebody else around you like, "Oh, you're such a hard worker. Oh my God." Don't focus on trying to impress others with what you're doing. Focus only on success. Believe me, you did not come this far as a trader to only come this far. You have to make it because all you have is now. And all you have is now. And you need to push forward with somebody who understands that, embodies that, and will push that forward with you forever. There is no excuse for not trying. There is no excuse for that. So many people, they're so afraid to admit, I've been inside T3, I've been inside other firms just like on the floor, and all traders are the same. Doesn't even matter. Even talk to people not on the floor. You talk to these traders and it's like, well, how did you do today? Do you realize those traders, most of them, not all, but most of them are embarrassed to admit that they don't make money outside these trading floors? It's almost like an embarrassment for them. And I don't understand that because our greatest glory as a trader is not in never falling, but it's rising every time we fall and learning at least a lesson. And sometimes you got to fall on your ass one time, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. But if you have the power to keep getting up, you're going to be able to continue and evolve with the market and get to that next level. Be ready to fail as a trader because it's only then that you're really ready to succeed. No one is perfect. I guess that's why pencils have erasers, right? What can you do better tomorrow that you didn't do today? What can you do better? No matter how many mistakes you make or how slow you progress as a trader, you are still way ahead of 99.9% of all the traders who aren't even trying at all. When you fall down as a trader, it's a learning experience, it's an accident. When you stay down as a trader, it's a choice. The happiest traders don't have the best of everything. They're not the best scalpers, swing traders, this traders, pairs traders, bullshit traders, whatever barrel bullshit Wall Street wants to throw you in next. The happiest people don't have the best of everything. They just make the best of everything, and they make the best of what they have and what they are strong at. So I'm trying to reach out to you, and I'm telling you the only time you should ever look back on your trading is just to see how far you have come. And that's why I'm reminiscing in the past with you. As a trader, growth is never by mere chance. It's the result of forces working together around you. It's your environment. It's everything around you that brings you to that next level. And if you're not ready to push for what you want to accomplish, not to impress someone, not to say, look how hard I work. I go into an office every day. So many of us have to try to meet other people's expectations. Most of us have enough areas of our lives as a parent where we have to meet others' expectations. Let your trading be about your hopes, dreams, and aspirations and nobody else's. I never dreamt about success and achieved it. I worked for success. And how do you work for success? Always be willing to do something new. You could ask anybody in the Newsbeat live room. Mark one strategy. Oh my God, did I don't even want to cause toxicity. I made an F ton of money. See, that's using the F word positively. I made an F ton of money, and all of a sudden it's not working as well as it did. What did I do? With zero ego, I go around me in the Newsbeat live room and say, hey guys, what's working for you? Come, let's discuss it for today. Let's just discuss it tomorrow. Let's figure it out together. Let's figure out what's working for people who are making money so we could take that knowledge and share it among everyone for what's working in the current environment, develop new strategies, and push forward through there. If you don't work hard and make the sacrifices of getting rid of the things you shouldn't, if you don't sacrifice for what you want as a trader, what you want becomes the sacrifice. That is how you be productive. And if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. You got to change shit up sometimes. And hopefully those words can resonate with you. We're only on this planet. Some people ask me, why do you give so much to charity, Mark? Why do you run all these charity drives? You know how good it feels to be in a position to be able to give? It's a selfish thing. I know. Giving to charities is selfish? Yes, because I used to never be in that position to do any of that. You're only on this planet once. Ladies and gentlemen, life is a one-time offer. Use it well. Don't be afraid to give up on whatever you're doing to go for the great. Believe me, you're more than capable. And believe me, you will show your worth more than what you seek because you're going to make it beyond what you are seeking. I promise you, you could be exactly what you wish to be if you're willing to work for it. You gotta attract what you expect, sort of reflect what you desire, become what you respect, and mirror that in which you admire. So, shameless promotion. Newsbeat Live Open House free April 19th to 23rd. I hope you guys enjoyed this Newsbeat show. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast.